9:01. Call this meeting to order. Vern's not here. I'll read the invocation. Nikki, can you take roll call? Here.
Here. Jane Drift,
Janelle
Gagaway. Here. Robert Moyer.
And if we can review council and see if there's any additions or deletions to the agenda.
Are we removing the my item?
I was wondering if there's no action, if we would, we could leave it for discussion just to let people know what we're talking about, or if we should just, if there's
Okay.
no action, we table it or remove it.
Okay.
Okay. If there's no additions or deletions, I ask for a motion to approve the agenda.
Sorry.
Moved and second by Tara and Shane. Moved by Shane, second by Tara. And all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any silent? Motion carried. Next is the approval of the meeting minutes for January 7th, 2026.
The only thing I have is regarding the meeting minutes is when Kim gave her tribal government 2026 first quarter update. She was asked to send that information to the council, and I don't recall receiving that financial information. Did anybody else get it? So Miranda, if you could follow up with Kim on that, make sure that she gets that to the council, that'd be great.
Yes, I will.
Thank you.
There's no other questions. I ask for a motion to approve the meeting minutes of January 7th, 2026.
Move.
Moved by Janelle. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Tara. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any silent? Motion carried. Next is the consent agenda. Would you be able to read those items for me today, Miranda?
Yes, I will. Read them a little different today. All of these were approved by a vote of 4 in favor, 0 against, 0 silent. Letter A, approve Boys Fort to sign on to the amicus brief led by Prairie Island. Letter B, the Sorna code revision. Letter C, statement regarding activities in Minneapolis on January 7th, 2026. Letter D, waiver of duplicate tribal ID fee until July 31st, 2026. Letter E, joint letter of concern to OCM regarding draft proposal for Minnesota legislature to lift restrictions on cannabis sales and cultivation for medical license holders. Letter F, resolution number 58-2026, approving submission of grant application to the 2026 Tribal Transportation Program Safety Fund, or TTPSF, to fund pre-construction activities for reconfiguration of intersection of Minnesota 169 and Minnesota 1 near Tower, Minnesota. Letter G, resolution number 59-2026, approving HUD IHBG application submission for construction of 2 8-unit elder housing buildings. And again, all of these were approved by a vote of 4 in favor, 0 against, 0 silent.
Thank you, Miranda. Ask for a motion to approve the consent agenda as read.
Move. Second. We keep.
All in favor? Any opposed? Any silent? Janelle moved, second by Tara. No silent, no opposed. Next item on the agenda is the donation committee. And they have donation recommendations. Are they here online? Or do we just do that?
No, those were all submitted to the donation committee. They review them and then they approve or recommend to either approve or deny them.
I just have a question for Maria Deegan. Do you know why she didn't get the 500? Or why the recommendation was not to do the 500?
Simona or Carol, would you like to come up to the podium and explain, please?
Sorry.
So she has utilized the donations for the last 3 years, I believe, for the same or similar things.
All right, thank you. And the other comment that I have is, I know that the application is being revised or revisited. And when I looked at the request, there was no date as to when a person made the application. So I think it would be nice if you put a date of when they made their request. Thank you. And I'll make a motion to approve the donations that the donation committee recommended.
Motion to approve donations items 1 through 5. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Shane. All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? Any silent? Motion carried.
Do we need to take action on the one that was denied? I move to approve the IAC annual conference request. The denial.
Second.
Motion by Shane, second by Tara. All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? Any silent? Motion carried. All right, next item on the agenda, we have Brian Whiteman Senior today. He's going to discuss the trade-in purchase of an older vehicle to acquire a new 2026 GMC 3500 pickup. I do think it's an excellent idea to make sure that we don't have a bunch of inventory that's going to be harder to sell later on, so.
Yes, I have 2 more trucks in question for that, what you just said. But this morning I bring to you is, I plan on trading in our 2020 Ram, which has the rear air suspension. Well, it was good in the beginning. It seemed good in 2020 when it was bought. But actually it's 6 years later, 5 years later, 6 or 5. And road salt is getting to the suspension components. Oh, that's gonna be a costly issue for us. And basically, these heavier trucks come with a leaf spring or a coil spring. This came with an air suspension, which is, who does that, you know? I mean, I think if I wouldn't, back in 2020, I would have took that into a, account, air suspension in the back. Getting weak, you have to deal with air compressors. So. But as you see before you, you see the final prices trade-in difference. North Country was the lowest one, which is an hour away from us. We got Kohler, that's 2 hours away. They have to order it in. And Waskey also has to order it in. Whereas North Country has it on the lot right now. And I guess for your approval, and that's what I've shopped around for. And also I'm shopping for our fuel truck, which is getting very rusty. And another Chevy that's very rusty. So wheel wells are rusting out. It's a 15 and an 18. I'll bring forward to you guys in the future. Yeah. But this one's a 20 I'm trading in because of the air suspension. It has 90,000 miles, but road salt. Yeah, you freely can, you guys can get into my budget too and see, ask him,
Okay. And you're just here for procedure because it's over
Yeah,
a certain
it's
amount,
trying to
right?
go through the right channels,
Us-
without the council asking, well, why did he buy that? We didn't know about it,
Is there any questions or concerns before I ask for a motion to approve?
I have just a few questions which are not totally answered in here, but I can see that it was, it's a 2020, the trade-in.
Yeah,
I just asked accounting and it was purchased in 2020. I wanted to make sure of that because it has to be over the 5-year mark
Mhm.
for grants. And then it also needs to be fully depreciated out, like, let's say it was a 2020 vehicle, but you happen to purchase it in 2024. It has to be over that, the lifespan of the vehicle. And then if you don't do that, then you have to ask your grant agency for permission to go ahead and liquidate that. So I just wanted to make sure that it was over that mark and depreciated. Excuse me.
Then just to make sure like we're using our grant money for what it's supposed to.
Right, yeah.
I was looking at just
So,
buying
like,
that,
yes.
flipping it for something else.
Right. And so then process after this is just to make sure that you use that form in accounting, saying what you did with the vehicle, so then all of our systems can
yeah.
get that vehicle off, get this
Mhm.
new one on, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'll be working with Ashley for that one, on that
Awesome.
deal.
Yes. Okay. That's all I have.
I don't have any concern, but I have a question on the ones that need to be ordered in. How far out is that? How long does it take to get it in?
Their figure, they told me roughly once a month away, Ken Waskey. And then Kohler, they didn't give me a direct answer.
Okay.
But for Hibbing North Country, it's on a lot right now. So.
Is Jeff online?
Yep, I'm here.
Do you have any concerns, Jeff, with us approving the North Country Chevrolet one?
No concerns. The only thing I would have raised is what Tara raised, which is just making sure that if it's grant fund purchase, that we are complying with the terms related to that.
Move to approve.
Motion by Shane to approve. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Janelle. All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? Any silent? Motion carried. Thanks, Brian.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, sorry, man. I didn't come get.
What's that old show, Carol? Richard Dawson, that game show, like he saw his. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, what? A tradition starts somewhere, so we can start new ones here. Oh, all right. Hi.
Good morning. I'm sitting in for Doris and Angela Wright because they're out today. But I need to ask for this to be tabled because Doris received an email this morning from the granting agency that this isn't even posted right now. They had a delay. It's normally, needs to be submitted in January, but for some reason they have a delay. And so we're gonna have to, wait and see what the RFP says now, the new one. So we'll need to table it because we can't, there's gonna be some changes, I imagine,
Okay,
and they're not even accepting applications till they put out the new NOPA.
so I'm asking for a resolution to table or resolution, asking for a motion to table resolution number 60-2026.
Move.
Moved by Tara. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Janelle. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any silent? Thank you, Carol.
Yep, thank you, guys.
Hopefully we get some good news on that. Now. Next on the agenda is Nikki Irving, and she has a couple items. First, she's going to start out with a donations committee appointments.
Yep, you'll see on the memo there that there are 3 individuals that had requested to be a part of the donations committee. According to the policy, we need 5 members. There are currently 4. So right now, we're kind of looking for 1 additional member and then 2 alternates.
Carlos, I would like to not, I don't know, not vote on this one. I have an immediate family member on this list.
It's all messed up now. No, I was kidding. No, that sounds fine. And I'm staying.
Any concerns from Miranda or Jeff? If no concerns, I move to approve.
Nominate one for,
Should we put it in a hat? There's 3 and then just pick out of the hat. Are they listed in chronological order of when they signed up? Or is it just random?
it's random.
Picks family. He picks family. He has family in there. No, 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 he can't. He can't do it. Oh, just his hat? Okay, just his hat. All right. The selected for the donation committee first is Nina Villebrun. And then and we will have 2 alternates, Melissa Wright and Amanda Gogolai. So ask for a motion.
Move.
Shane moves to approve.
Second.
Second by Robert. All in favor, say aye. Other than Janelle, she abstains from the vote.
Yep, thank you.
Any opposed? Any silent? 1 abstain. Motion carried. Next, we had a discussion establishing Boys Fort direct ascendancy policy. Oh, I'm sorry. It's Nikki still. She has another item. She will be talking about the sole source Fortune Bay policy for state of the band.
Yeah, I'm just requesting formal procurement and solidification. Not needed every year to do the state of the band at Fortune Bay. Based on the reasons that, we hold it there every year. If we want to have it on the reservation, that's the only venue that can hold it. And then, we'll leave it. Yeah, whatever that one is. But that way I don't have to come to you every year to sole source it for approval. And it'll just be an ongoing thing that, yes, it's okay to do it there and, it can run anywhere between, I'd say average $20,000 a year.
So by approving this, we would not come back every
Yep.
year asking.
Yeah,
for-
then I would not have to come back every year to ask for that. Yeah, because it's over the $10,000.
Could put a max on it though, right? If they were like, no more than 45,000 or whatever,
Yeah.
right?
But that way, then it's just in the minutes and accounting knows that this is okay to do. I would think so. Like I said, it's been averaging about 20,000 the last few years.
Sounds good. Any questions from council?
I have one question. Who budgets for this expense?
So that would come out of tribal funds. That is usually compiled by Kim. And it is presented to council under the budget review, which we do have scheduled for January 29th. So you'll get the whole list of not only tribal funds, but all of them to approve. And so Kim usually handles that
Okay,
budget.
thank you.
Ask for a motion to approve the sole source at Fortune Bay at the state of the band every year. I move to approve. Moved by
Second.
Robert, second by Tara. Do I? And all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any silent? Motion carried. Oh. Next up, we have a discussion that was submitted by Councilman Shane Drift. And that's a discussion establishing the Boys Fort direct descendancy policy. It's a very positive agenda item. I know we're moving forward with it on the back end, but we're not going to vote on it today because we wanted to strengthen or actually create a policy on how we're going to handle the Boys Fort descendancy.
Yes, thank you, Chairman Hernandez. How this came about was, with what's going on with ICE. And some of the band members on my group page were bringing it up, and some of them were messaging me on Facebook. And so that's why I pushed for this. And then looking at the whole picture is that we're starting to move in that direction anyway, where a lot of our band members can't be enrolled because of the blood quantum issue. And, we've talked about this over the years regarding that Wilder research, how our numbers are going to dropped to half as to what they're now in 100 years, and that's scary. So with that, that's why I pushed to the council is to consider this. And we had a lengthy discussion yesterday. And one thing that I pointed out is that to basically determine what they get for being recognized as a descendant of Boyce Wharton and what they don't get. So there needs to be a clear distinction between the two. As an example, I pointed out that to me, they would not get a per capita payment or money put away for them just because they're recognized as a direct descendant of Boyce Wharton. And if anybody else wants to chime in.
I think there was some other positives that could come with it, such as even though they wouldn't receive benefits because they were limited by grants, like we can't give descendants certain services because of our grants. But what they could benefit from is having a card or a paper saying they're descendants. They can receive some educational benefits at some colleges here in Minnesota. So that would greatly benefit them. And yeah, we just needed to make sure that we had policy in place to let them know what they would be able to be entitled to and what they wouldn't be able to access. So it was clear off the bat. And we did want to show support and have them have a paper that did create another form of ID in case they had an encounter with ICE. So we do want to protect our band members. And I wish I didn't have to tell our people to be safe and carry ID. But this will help out.
With my conversation, I had a conversation with our CEO of Health, Dan Rabideau. I do believe he's online. But I asked him some questions, is that if we did do this, would this hurt HHS? And he said no, that they've already been doing this all along. And it doesn't affect their funding, but it looks good on paper because they're serving people. And so that's a huge plus for us. And I hope that this does pass, and then eventually take a look at adding second descendancy as well. Thank you.
Perfect. So that was on here for discussion. We were hoping to have a vote, but we did know that we needed to strengthen up the policy. So we're looking to have that on the next council meeting, just to make sure we have enough time to get everything in order. And if we run into a snag, we'll push it off and bring it to a poll vote. But we do want to make this as soon as possible. So
And I just have a clarification. When Carlos was talking about the descendants, may be eligible for funding through different colleges. It's not the funding that the Boyce Wharton band members would receive from the tribal education program.
okay.
Thank you.
Thank you for that clarification. And that would probably be added to the policy that we wanted to get and make sure that we have it in place so there's no miscommunication. We do want to help out our descendants, but there's stuff that we have to make sure that it's laid out that they're not going to be eligible for at this time. So, which I don't think we need to motion or anything because it's just listed as a discussion and we don't have anything in order. So that's what we're doing on the back end. Just wanted to make sure that's out there for everybody. Next up, we have Miranda Lilia, in case we have anything other that we needed to add to the meeting today.
Chair Hernandez, I don't have anything. Thank you.
Sounds good. With no other items left on the agenda, I ask for a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Move.
Moved by Shane. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Janelle. All in favor, say aye. All right, motion carried. Meeting is complete at 9:31 a.m. We'll take a short break and at 10 o'clock, we will continue with executive session. But not online. Just for the people that need to.